And apparently, the girls decided to leave us truly a little prank.
Huh.
That's not how this works. Sure. You know better. So, folks, thank for the joke to the Black Hearts Angels. Ladies, I love you. You did great yesterday. But now, the real intro to this program. Gunner, what are you saying? Let's give it to him?
Let's give it to him, buddy.
Spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good.
Now that's a bit more like it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Gunner Mooney. I'm your host, Eric the Joker. Thank you for tuning in. It's Sunday. You know what that means. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified, Telegram, Baby Mama, Google+, your Sisters Express. What can Brown do to you? Fuck FedEx and fuck the Postal Service. As always, it is always a pleasure to have you here, good sir. How are you? And before we pay the bills and get underway, how have you been this week, good sir?
This weekend, brother, I've been doing good. We've been chilling this weekend. We had a rare off weekend for me. We'll talk about it a little later on in the show about what's going on with me next weekend. We got a very busy weekend ahead of us. But for right now, we've been chilling. We've been plugging away at this house. And now we're here, baby. We're here to entertain the good people that watch our show. So let's kick it, Bubba.
That's right, brother. And before we continue, programming note. Next week's Sunday will not be on. As many of you viewers are probably well aware, I took the remainder of the summer and flew down to Dallas to visit with family. Sunday, at our regularly scheduled time, I will be currently on a plane back to Buffalo, New York. So, I know we're only 3 episodes in, but your boy got to travel. And no offense, you're in an itty little airplane. Everybody gonna want to hear my crazy ass for 2 fucking hours on a plane.
No, if that plane's full of wrestling fans, then you might get away with it.
Hell, if it was a plane full of fucking wrestling fans, shit. Whole goddamn flight would be a interactive kind of program. But folks, we got to pay the bills. Make sure you also check out the link tree off the Top Ropes podcast. This has the links to the merch, to everywhere you can find us, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Spotify, wherever you get your programs. Don't forget to check out our colleagues there over at the Hardcore Sports Network, giving you all this great content every single day of the week, led by my good boy Mitch. Have you kicked the coffee habit yet? It's 10 or 15% off with the OTTR Mob promo code for W and Swift Energy. And don't forget to check out Okazi Clothing and Habits 365, 15 or 10% off with the promo code. Keep yourself looking fresh and fly for the remainder of the year. And, of course, we're getting back to school, so you know what that means. You got to look fly at the school dance. You got to look good going in the new year. And make sure you help us keep the lights on. And also, again, kick the coffee habit, Swift or W Energy. You know what to do. Great flavors. And what the fuck were you thinking if you didn't? But also, don't forget, go to bonfires.com/store/off the Top Ropes Network. We got all of the Pod Mob gear you could ask for. Tanks, t-shirts, hoodies, baseball caps, maybe a coffee cup. Thank God there's no dildo. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But also, don't forget, you got the Black Hearts Angels gear. You got the Pod Mob Megan gear. You even got yours truly's gear. We got the original logo, the retro look under Dr. Christy Quinn. Shout out to her for her service to the Asylum. Much love and appreciation. Hope she's doing well. Also, don't forget, we got new stuff coming. You just don't know where or when. I'm going to keep you guessing. But in the meantime, help us put some money in on the bills so we can keep giving you all this great content every single week. And Gunner, last week, I know everybody wanted me to go batshit insane and all the other dumb shit. But I think the wrestling gods were listening because something happened last week. Hey, Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
I happened to be in my own hometown. Let's get into it. Did Solo fall in line? Well, we're going to find out right now. So, last week on Raw, after the shit show where Solo lost to Jey, in Buffalo, the Usos brought Solo Sikoa to the tribal chief to make him fall in line. But earlier in the night, Solo looked very angry and distraught. And at one point, Jacob went for the tongue and death grip for Roman to stop him, saying, "I got it." Then, in a last-ditch attempt to get Solo not to do it, LA Knight came down to stop it, the beatdown. But Solo went, I'm sorry. Ah, boom! Psych, bitch! Psych! And the Samoan spike to the tribal chief with the Samoan werewolf staring and not doing a thing. Blunt force trauma to Roman Reigns. And the attack on both Jimmy and Jey left the Usos and the OTC down. The pairing we didn't know we needed was complete. And yes, it is official. Solo said, hell no, you can't. I'm not going back. But there was something else that I don't think people truly saw underneath. Okay. I'm thinking, did you notice how Jacob wasn't even doing a damn thing? Did you see that, Gunner?
I did see that.
So, thoughts on Solo basically going, hell no, you can't!
That's exactly what it was. It was a hell no, you can't take me, bro. I ain't going back to that bloodline. That's what Solo said.
Guard dog.
God damn, you got your wiener and I've got my pussy. God damn it.
Wiener.
Oh!
No pussy is here today.
Oh, there he is. Hold on. Come here, buddy.
At some point, Bobby, you're right about that.
Here. You got your wiener? I got my pudding.
Now my wiener's looking at the pudding going, I thought pudding. Yes, you thought it pudding.
Oh, he doesn't like this.
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
He just went, okay, I need to get Dwink of water. You have the water.
Anyways.
Let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen. So, Gunner, in terms of story, considering the fact that you are a talent, when you saw Solo not do anything to stop blunt force trauma, let alone help the Usos, from a storyline aspect, what do you see here?
I see the seeds that were already planted in Jacob's mind earlier start to grow. I really do think that we're going to see Jacob break free from the bloodline and join Solo now. Because we all know what Jacob is. We all know how bad he is as a human being. If he's not gonna stand, if he's gonna just stand there and let something happen, there's a reason for it.
Well, think about it for a second. All right. And I mean it. Truly think about it. Here's how I see it. Remember, you have Roman saying, don't touch him. I'll handle it. That's part one. But, a couple weeks ago, he got his own Ulafala, and then he's mad because he didn't get the black ones earlier in the night. But there's something else as well. Scenario that I thought about. So fans are kind of skeptical about this second internal bloodline civil war. What if this was deliberate on Solo's part? What if the week before on Raw, he intentionally let Jey win in order to get close enough to Roman? To hit that and go, fuck you, I'm not coming back. But what if it wasn't Solo's own doing? We know at some point Zilla will have to step in to save his brother. We know that. And Jacob. That's number one. Who just won the tag team titles on SmackDown?
Good question, because I haven't seen SmackDown yet.
MFTs.
Oh, okay.
Who's with them right now?
Haku?
Uh-huh. Scenario that I thought in my brain. What if, prior to this, off camera, Haku has learned of what's happened to Solo and what's going on with Jacob? What if he has instructed Jacob, toe the line, but if he starts to get too arrogant, shove it in his face? That's part one. Part two. When the time is right, you strike, you join your cousin. However, after Solo hangs up the phone, Solo gets another call. Doesn't say Junior Fatu or Rikishi. The letters are FB. Who am I?
FB.
It's right there in your face.
Gonna tell you, buddy.
A final boss?
Ah.
Because here's how I could see this playing out. Hypothetical. Okay? Because this particular match won't need the world title. Get it off of Roman. Have the internal civil war. All hell's breaking loose on an episode of Raw. The MFTs have come. Rikishi's gotten involved because he finally couldn't deal with the bullshit and stepped in. You have two Samoan elders, but you need the high chief to finally settle. Final boss shows up. Rips Roman a new ass. Roman's too arrogant and cocky. Roman eats a rock bottom, and final boss just goes, I'm putting you in your place. I'll see you in Riyadh, bitch. There you go. There's WrestleMania. Get the belt off Roman. Put it on Oba.
Oba. Sorry.
But
This
Brothers and sisters, are you with me?
anyway.
it's just too easy to hit that. It's too easy.
But then I feel like you're now inadvertently also building up LA Knight again, which is exactly what should have been happening. I mean, I get it. He screwed up, but for fuck's sake. Folks, how do I want to put this? You can't really go after LA Knight for some of the shit he did. You know, shit happens.
Yeet. Yeah.
You know, yeah. But my point is, and I hate to say it, yes, LA Knight and that ladder match thing with Seth a couple of years back before SummerSlam, yes. But that wasn't intentional. That's okay, I missed the cue and I fucked up. Shouldn't have had to be punished for so long. Okay? I feel like now it's the, oh, holy shit. You know, he's getting it. He always knew, but it's that old proverbial, okay, there's just something, you know, he's got to get his timing better. That's all. So they're throwing him into the mix because look at the way he's getting popped when he's interacting with Roman. So there's that.
Fuck niggas, they gon' make me keep my distance. Let's sneak this single.
Sorry, everybody. Naya was trying to moon me while flipping me off, so you know. Until the boss man of the Pop Mob can get me the other particular video clip, one involving Miss Bailey, we will have to, you know, just love that.
Meta!
Wait a minute. Hold up. Doeth my eyes deceive?
Oh my lord!
The boss.
Hello. Good morning.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I give you the founder of the OTTR network. He is the head of the PodMed. I give you Blackheart.
Hello.
What's up, brother? What's going on? I ain't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on, buddy?
My life just changed in a matter of 24 hours. So as far as I'm really concerned, you'll see a lot more of me somehow, some way, till I get some shit fixed up. So
Wait,
I got
what?
bored. I got bored this morning. So as I'm wide awake, I saw you were on. I'm just like, I just need this to be around some love right now. So
Hey, folks. We got love. We got plenty of love coming on. So Blackheart, Monday night on Raw, we're talking about did Solo Dolo fall in line or not, and the massive fucking pop my boys in Buffalo gave for that Samoan spike. What did you think about that and how this story's gonna go moving forward?
It's a good question because I haven't been peeping out wrestling in the last several months since I've been at this job and everything like that. So I've been only trying to catch up with highlights and recaps. So bear with me if I'm not totally into whatever that's going on as far as stories goes. But for what I saw and everything, no one wanted to see Solo come back to the bloodline. It's like we already gotten that already. Let's not do this shit the fuck again. They're priming LA up to go against Roman. I don't know when they're gonna pull the trigger with that. Basically giving him the kind of, I think what they did with Cody and Seth. I think they're doing it with LA and Solo, having that whole unspoken kind of like alliance to be, let's try to work together, just kind of dethrone this guy, Roman and everything else. I honestly could say right now, I think it should be Jey and it should be either Jey or
Jimmy.
Jacob walking out of the bloodline first, because there's tension between those two right there, where Jay's not being respected from Solo. I mean, where Jay's not being respected from Jacob, and Jacob's putting him down. Jay feels the type of motherfucker way over here. So I don't know what's going to lead up when it comes to this, because right now you still got Zilla in NXT now, which now the timetable is how long he's going to be down there for. Can they stretch this thing out to when he comes to fuck up and then he fills in whatever the hole that needs to be filled from either from Jey
Right.
or from Jacob for 2. I'm thinking if WWE is smart, they bring up Zilla and they team him up with Jacob because they were a tag team in the Indies and it worked. So why not put them together? You have an organic tag team and do the whole shit, or you put them in the MFTs over there on SmackDown with Haku and shit. And then you got this whole new Civil War, the Bloodline and the MFTs part 2 again, but this time you got new players, effective new players. No disrespect to Tonga Lau and everything else like that. And
Right.
Jeff Cobb that got released. But you kind of got to get a better booking situation when it comes to these guys.
Now, here's the other piece to that, and Gunnar, we were talking about it just now. So, scenario, we get the Civil War Part 2. All of a sudden, we get another Elders to show up in the form of Rikishi because he's getting pissed. He's pissed at Roman. He's pissed that Haku's having to get involved. Whole 9. All hell breaks loose on a Monday Night Raw. This was where fantasy booking for me came into my mind. All of a sudden, familiar Blue Lightning crosses the Tron. Out walks the final boss. He sets everybody straight. Roman's still arrogant. Pisses off Dwayne. Dwayne hits the rock bottom and goes, "I'll see you in Riyadh."
I don't think this man Dwayne Johnson is coming the fuck back. And honestly, do you really want him to come back just to get torn up in the motherfucking ring that can't last 10 minutes? Just save yourself the embarrassment. If I'm Dwayne Johnson, I'm saying to myself, my time is done. My time is officially over.
It's not putting him in the ring. It's he comes in, rock bottom.
There's no way because his availability is not going to allow him to be at these key shows where if he's part of the TKO ownership brand and he got other shit that he's doing outside of that, there's no motherfucking way he's going to say to a project that's paying him more money than what WWE is doing to say, yo, let me take a couple of weeks off and let me go and bring up this shit for me for the Fed real quick. And then I'll be back. But then if I get hurt, that delays your projects that you got over there on the side. So he's in a predicament where he gets hurt again. He's delaying millions of dollars in production time for whatever project that he's working on over there on the other side of the fence. Don't do that to The Rock. Keep him ass far the fuck away from it. There's other elders that's fucking out there in the whole bloodline family fucking tree that you can call on and say, hey, we just need just a TV appearance and some shit like that. Call it a day from there. You don't need to always gotta just call.
Rikishi would be the big one.
But Rikishi, he's been a whining fat bitch lately. I'm sorry. Just because his son's in the Fed doesn't fucking mean your sons deserve the golden fucking brat to say they deserve to be on the top of the food chain. And Soul's not selling more money than Roman is. He's not a top dog. And he's not selling any bigger money than CM Punk is. He's not a top dog. And he's not selling any bigger money than what Cody Rhodes is. He's not a fucking top dog. Stop saying that your guys are fucking top dogs. Let's get something straight. You need to check your son on his marriage. You need to check your son on his marriage and say you need to go the fuck back home and face up your shit the fuck at home, nigga. How about fucking that? Jimmy, you are prime. You are primed to be there, but your drinking problem has been the catalyst of your shit. That's your motherfucking problem too.
Are we talking about Miss Parker?
Don't play any more of those clips, man, because we get copyright strike because the WWE's bitch ass and shit like that. Now it's not letting us fucking use copyrighted fucking videos now. So yes, I'm talking about her too. And for a woman that can't really wrestle, but she got it because she looks good, and I can name a whole lot of women on that roster too. For all 3 brands, that guy get cut. That guy go.
I'm so proud. The boss is up, going off. Yes.
Like, nah, I'm just tired of Rikishi just talking some shit about why they booking my son like this, why they doing this. If you want to book your sons the way they're superstars, open up your own fucking promotion and pay them to be your top motherfucking stars.
Okay, Neo just said a smart comment. Zilla joining the Bloodline, I could see him joining the MFTs way before he'll join Roman. Because
keep him far away from Roman right now. Keep him far away from that.
Yes,
Let him
I'm going to
go
say this.
against it, not be next to him.
Right. I want to ask you this because it's all entangled in all this. When Zilla showed up 2 weeks ago, in the back of your head, did the first thing that popped in your mind was, oh, holy shit, now we can get him to Jacob? Because that's exactly in the back of my head going,
no.
Oh, shit.
No, it's just because they need him to be TV Prime ready before they let him up to the main dance. So he got to get his education and his footwork in first. Don't just because he's a name, don't bring him up.
No, I'm not saying right
away. They're not TV ready. He's independent ready. He's just not TV ready.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a huge platforming difference right now. This is why we get this whole shit confused about why would WWE bringing these people, but they're saying, okay, either we're gonna start you off here, or we're gonna bump you up to the main roster and you just go off the motherfucking races. Why are we doing that? Right now, especially when we have certain cases in the past where majority of the time where these guys come from AEW or TNA, they spruce them the fuck up, or they'll start them off at NXT. Yo, get your footing, know the camera and everything else. You're gonna be working in the bigger ring and everything else. Get your footing down. If you feel like you know if you feel like you know what you're doing, we'll bump you to the main fucking roster. It'd be just like that. Go get you started. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they're relying too much on these name brands to say, let's try to get the name brands up to the main roster because we need to get higher fucking viewerships. No. What's important about the viewerships now when there's no more Nisa Reigns and shit like that anymore? All your shit is based on viewerships and subscribers. That is it.
No, I'm saying not right away. I'm saying now we can get him to Jacob at some point, not right out the gate, but now it's that idea of, oh, fuck, like you just said a few moments ago, the tag
problem is they're going to try to speed rush this. They're going to try to speed rush this thing quick to get him up there so when this blowout story starts dying,
that's going to worry me.
They need an extra boost, they can add Zilla to the mix to kind of spruce him up. Oh, here's this controversy person that we were just seeing in the indies, went into NXT, but then he got called up to the main roster.
Right, and that's what worries me.
They're doing this shit just for the viewership numbers. That's it. They want to get the shock value up.
Well, I got to tell you this. I was impressed with how they brought him on TV that night. I got to say, I'm kind of like, do we really want to go through another Bloodline Civil War? But I think part of that isn't Hunter per se.
This is the only thing that's cooking for the Samoans right now, anyways. Because you ain't got no other stories that they can fall on and be like, okay, let's separate these guys, but they're still in the family, but they're just doing different shit.
Right. And the other thing, though, is, and this was something that I noticed, is if you really look at certain, I'm not saying ticket prices, but also from the, like you said, the ratings aspect involved in all this.
There's no such thing.
Yeah. But I'm talking
There's really no such thing.
General, are we getting what we need up, or are they stymied again?
They're stymieing this thing. They're stymieing this thing till Zilla comes to fuck up, and then that's when they're gonna pull the trigger on a lot of things. And then I think they're still waiting for Naomi to come back too to see what the hell that they're gonna try to do with her. So they're stymieing this thing.
Overall, the fact that we finally got one of the most controversial motherfuckers in Zilla Fatu, and now these fans will get to experience another match. And I think, Gunner, you know who I'm going to say, and I know so will you, in Ricky Saints. Tell me that motherfucker ain't getting ran back.
Oh, it's going to be ran back 100,000%.
Gunner, as a talent, if you, hypothetical, let's say you and Cletus were in the WWE, okay?
No.
He gets there before you or vice versa, whatever. But at some point during your indie run, you two had a huge clash, a feud, whatever, it got so much buzz that you get to the WWE and then whoever's in charge of creative, whether that's Hunter or whatever, is looking at it going, you want to run it back one time on our program?
Nah.
If they were smart, yes. 1,000 times
I
yes.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for at least 2-3 years. Let the fans salivate at the idea.
I would tease it in between that.
Mhm.
Definitely have a. I know you brought up me and Cletus, but let's keep it with Ricky and Zilla. Let's have them brush elbows in the locker room. Let's have maybe when Zilla wins the NXT title, because we all know he's going to get that NXT title very, very shortly. Let's say.
Because guess what I'm smelling right now? You can't fucking tell me, and I know the boss is going to agree with me on this. You can't tell me Cruz Montana ain't ready. We know he's ready. This is him sharpening himself up. I don't know about Tony D'Angelo. I think he's prepared, but I'm not sure. And then this shit with Waller, this is like a CM Punk 2011 fucking rehash with that guy.
You're not wrong there.
Okay, so when it comes to this thing, when it comes to what's going on with Zilla in the whole NXT and that whole main division, the NXT title division, right? What's his face? The one who married Io Sky is not ready yet. Waller got nothing the fuck to do. That's why they demoted him the fuck down there. They said they got no creative plans for him, and he's close about to get the fuck released too. So if he can't save himself down there, then he's gone too.
That's what just happened Friday night. I called it. I motherfucking called it. I had friends in Buffalo, friends here in Dallas, friends in Utah, all over the country that I've met, whether it was WrestleManias, All In last summer, calling me going, on SmackDown, did that just fucking happen? And I go, yeah. Nakamura called the one man I knew, and it was fucking Takahashi. And I went, oh, shit,
they speed rush this shit. I don't care what no one says. I know you guys are happy about this guy coming in. I know about this guy and everything else like that. I still feel like you guys brought this man in because you're trying to shave Shinsuke instead of you just releasing this man. Why are you keeping these talents and you got nothing for them the fuck to do? Let them go. Let them the fuck go and they can go back to Japan so they can be right back to what the fuck they was before they gave up a decade to beating this company. Wishy-washy booking. Just when you get injured, they got no plans for you to come back to because your plans, as we all seen back in the 1990s, moment when you get injured, you're an afterthought. You gotta crawl before you walk the fuck again to get back to the space that you was.
Right. Here's the other thing.
And I just felt like this is one of the problems with WWE that I have. They're picking and choosing who deserves to be in the main roster right now without seeing this shit to say, let me look at your updated shit just to see how clean that you are in the ring. And if you are primed up and ready to go and keep up with these guys. Because this is not New Japan where you get half a fucking hour. You're only going to be getting X amount of fucking minutes on TV and on pay-per-view because of fucking stupid ESPN. They're dumping down these fucking matches from 15 to 20 minutes to now 10 to 12 minutes. You can't squeeze in a main event match and expect to give me what the hell I want in 10 minutes. That's not going to work.
Right. Agreed. Now, here's the other thing. I don't know if all of you heard, but Wednesday night, AEW had some very intriguing guests in the audience.
TKO?
Yep.
They're going to try to convince them to jump into the foot of the TKO fucking group that made them the number one sports entertainment brand in the whole country.
Tony will tell them to fuck off. Not a chance.
Right? Hey, wait. As I've been going through this shit with my own job, it doesn't even fucking matter about your fucking perspective. It's about the dollar sign that they're going to rail that check just to sell your soul to. They don't care. TK is one of those people too. And you don't think the other opposite side of that fucking spectrum with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's not thinking about the other shit too? What he said that he's trying to get more NFL players to come in to be wrestlers? Come on, though. So you're only doing it from the opposite side of the spectrum. You're not doing it where someone's knocking on your door waving a check in your face. You're doing it from behind the scenes to say, yo, how can we keep our shit cheaper? Okay, let's bring in some of our NFL guys, train them, and they really are diehard wrestling fans. They're gonna turn them into wrestlers. And this one post I saw the other day that resonated with the whole independent scene. There's not enough independent wrestlers out there that are professional, that type of shit like that. They're more of the fans that's trying to be wrestlers, and that's what they're doing because they was a fan of it. They're not doing this as to say, "Yo, I'm a fan, but I'm also a businessman or businesswoman that's trying to up my stock to try and get me to a bigger platform so I can make a comfortable fucking living."
Okay, so
there's a lot of shit I can fucking name the fuck down.
No, I know, but Gunner, from a talent perspective, Blackheart brought up a lot of key points. From what he brought up, what do you see in terms of that? Because this is going to be the segue into the next topic of discussion here momentarily. TKO showing up to AEW. We all know we can't have another monopoly.
We really can't. Wrestling doesn't work when it's a monopoly. It really does not.
For 19 years.
Bro, let me tell you something right here. This whole world is built off of monopoly, Eric. Everything is. Even some of these bigger, high-budget companies are buying these smaller companies up because they're going bankrupt.
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
If it happens to anywhere else, it's going to happen in wrestling. It's just a matter of the inevitable, how much they're going to be selling it for and buying it for before the Department of Justice got to get the fuck involved to make sure that this was a clean transaction. And if any spits of any dirt on it, they're going to veto this thing.
Well, here's the funny part, okay? That's the shit that that the DOJ got involved with the Netflix and HBO Max and Discovery deal.
But then they just hit
last year.
Then they just hit Vince with $10 million fucking fine, and they still let this whole thing ride out. That's it. That's it.
As a talent, Gunner, the reason I say that is, and Blackheart, you know where I'm gonna go with this.
That's like Robin Peter to pay Poe and shit, Gunner. But then Poe gets caught with the money, and then he's rats out who they got the money from. They try to clean up their tracks. They said, "Oh, we didn't give him that."
But for the talent, in terms of places to work, we all know how that's going to end up. And as a talent yourself, how do you interpret that part of it?
It's man, it's a lot when it comes to the possibility with TKO and AEW. Obviously, we all know it ain't gonna happen. You guys both said it. Tony Khan's gonna say, one of those. Take one of those and fly. Take it and fly. But as a talent perspective, this business works better when there are places to go. And in order for that to be, we don't want places to go out of business or bankrupt or what have you. And I said it earlier, and you really don't see it working with monopolies in wrestling. If it comes to that, and that's the only way that we have places like AAA, WWE, AEW, TNA, whatever, that's the only way we keep businesses open. It's going to have to be what it be. But as a talent, we need places to go. We need to be able to move on when we need to. Blackheart brought up Shinsuke, needing to be released. Yeah, honestly, Shinsuke probably should have been released about 3 years ago. Quite honestly.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
I'm going to say this from a Booker's perspective when it comes to this, right? Now, from Booker's perspective, it also hinders us too, because the monopoly, like WWE, AEW is released, say 15 superstars, right? That's 30 superstars that's out there on the market that is either hitting you up, or they're hitting, or you're hitting them up, or they're hitting you up to try and get availability, to try and say, hey, listen, I just got released, boom, boom, boom. You try to get me now. I help you sell out these tickets, and then you see a lot of these promotions, they'll go bankrupt. Try and get these people to come in, hoping they have a sellout show. They actually make at least broke even at these fucking shows. But then when they undersell, because either another company is operating that fucking day, it's closer, whatever like that. Maybe the ticket prices is different. Who the fuck even fucking knows? And that's how you see some of these independent promotions dying out too, because of the influxation of all these releases from the bigger companies that's charging you more than what I'll say this Gunner times 20 to 30 people to pay for a carrying cross. You gotta give like 60 Tuckers at $30 each just to pay for this one guy. That already bleeds into your shit. That means you're hoping and praying that you actually make it the fuck back, but then you're taking L's each and every fucking show because you're not making the base medium. That's how companies, independent promotions, close down. Now where all the independent promotions are going to go. They're not going to have to fucking travel outside the state, outside the fucking country just to go to independent shows. So it's all about this whole one thing that starts from on top. It sprinkles the fuck down to where the indies, we have the option to be like, okay, no, yo, that person just got released. Hit them up to see what the hell they can try to do. If you're a money mark, you got the money already lined the fuck up, ready to go. Just get them here. Whatever they're going to do, pay them. But mom and pop stores like us, there's no way that we can touch them and be like, nah. Only if we got to work on like a certain deal, like we got to get you to come in and do like a seminar. You do training, that type of shit with someone like the New England talent that like we have on our roster. They pay you, that goes into you, and we pay the difference of that. And that's how you get like these people. You gotta just be negotiating a lot of times to get these bigger stars to come down here. Because if they don't see your vision and shit, they're trying to say that you're doing it for the greater good, you're not doing it to try to destroy wrestling, they're not gonna fuck with you. Shout out to Drew Gulak that actually fucked with us a couple of times because he took cuts for us be at SFW. He didn't have to do that, but he did it for me and for Adam. Shout out to him. Because there's a lot of other people like Cameron Grimes that wanted you to pay $1,000 and pay for a 3.5-star hotel. You're coughing up $2,000 just to get him for 10 to 15 fucking minutes. No go.
Right.
Because they have to live their base medium.
Right. So because of this, it segues into the other topic of discussion. We're going into All In. Has the champion Kenny Omega revealed the cleaner persona one more time? Both men this past Wednesday night on Dynamite were in trios action. Ospreay kicking off the show, Kenny closing the show. They had a one-on-one alongside Renee Young during the course of the night. Kenny went way too fucking far bringing up the missus and his son. And, I love seeing elements of the cleaners persona when it comes to promos. This less than 24 hours ago on Collision, we learned that both Eddie Kingston is going to be out of the Cup tournament. I don't know specifics.
He's
hurt.
He's not medically clear, but keep going.
Yeah. We saw that Nigel is going to focus on the Cup, and he had a one-on-one with Ospreay. But it was towards the end of this night that had me asking myself Wednesday, the way they're booking this and the way Nigel said, you are representing the dream of everyone in England you've inspired that has been salivating to do this. And that's to win the big one in Wembley. In less than 7 days, I'm going to be on a fucking plane when that ship begins, and I'm going to land. I'm going to be grateful enough to watch that fucking match. I am calling this now. Ospreay doesn't just win. That whole fucking stadium is going to explode from the pop that he is going to get because Nigel's wanted to do it. Never got that opportunity. Nick Aldis didn't get to do it. The only time we've seen a title change hands in Wembley It was the Intercontinental Championship, and it was British Bulldog. It's never been the big one. That is the one dream.
No, wait a minute. Time out. Didn't Brian Danielson beat Swerve at All In to win the AEW World Title?
We're talking a British talent.
Okay, never mind. I'll take it back.
We're talking British.
No, I was going to say World Title. I'm like, didn't Daniel Bryan beat
Danielson did, but we're talking about
win the AEW World Title before he retired, right?
But it's the British talent is what I'm referring to, because
just say UK talent.
UK talent, short and sweet, have always wanted it. And here's the thing. Nobody realizes this, and nobody's done digging yet like I did. William Regal came that close at one point. If his drug and drinking issues didn't get the better of him, Vince...
I hate to burst your bubble with this, but I don't think AEW is going to give them what they want, to be honest. I think they're going to turn Will Ospreay heel, full-blown heel now, and then now he's now assigned with the Death Riders, because the Death Riders is dying a slow, painful death. If I saw what the hell I saw on Collision and shit with that backstage segment, I said, I'm like, I'm Moxie, bro. You gotta have to clean house with some of these guys. What are they doing? And you need something new. Right now, I don't know about Pac. I'm like, yo, just cut Pac fucking loose. Like, you need a whole new makeover when it comes to this whole Death Riders thing. And who else are you gonna try to turn besides one of the biggest and most I guess if you want to call Kenny Omega the best overall superstar, then Will Ospreay is definitely number 2. Get the number 2 to go after the number 1. Moxie is just fine in the Continental Championship shit. If that's what the fuck he wants to be at, let him stay there.
I would rather
give them the Death Riders some new shit, some new blood, instead of the same old blood that's still either in these tournaments and shit, not winning them. But the main person that's winning them is the head leader. That's it. Who are you elevating?
I mean, Gunner, I got to ask, Blackheart makes a valid point.
He does.
The question I want to ask of you is, if you had the book, where would you put this at this point? Because you, like I've said, you're a talent. You're in the locker room. How would you kind of book this? Would you have it booked in terms of, okay, we somewhat give the people what we want, but then Moxley comes out to try and celebrate, and that's where they turn him full heel. He attacks Mox and takes over the Death Riders.
He turns heel, he turns heel and he wins the title. Which you're gonna get cheers and boos. So you're gonna get a mixed reaction if you pull that trigger.
I think that's what he did.
They're in UK, so they're gonna love it regardless.
Nah.
Right, but it's going to be the aftermath. Are we going to get what we want if we do that?
It's Will Ospreay going to shake Moxie's hand and be like, you know, you were right the whole entire time, and I had to get my bully up to get what the hell I wanted. You unlocked that nine-tailed fox in me to say, yo, bring out that beast and fuck this motherfucker up.
But there's a problem with that. Will we get the Stone Cold Vince McMahon treatment with it?
Oh, or do you mean the Brett and Steve element where it's a double turn? And as
that's also a possibility. But I'm looking at it, if we're gonna have Ospreay win the title,
hang on,
and then turn heel afterwards, we saw that with Vince and Rock. What was it? The second time they went against each other?
First time.
It was Austin Rock. 17, right?
It was where Austin turned on Rock, or Austin turned on the fans and joined Vince at Mania 17.
Right, yeah, and the crowd was cheering it, not booing it like they wanted.
They cheered it during the match, but it was the closing moments when Austin shook Vince's hand and you hear Jericho.
But it was also that moment right there is what killed the whole. It was the ending of the Monday Night War. So they wanted to send a send-off to say, all right, you know what? This handshake is basically WWE and WCW basically coming together and basically saying, nope, we're done. He won. He got the company now. This is the last night. Shake my hand. You are basically playing the WCW role. I'm playing the WWE because I'm Vince McMahon. I bought this company, but
Right.
you, Austin, just sold your soul. Basically, how WCW sold their soul.
That's just my only concern if we do the yeah, we got the babyface pop, but now we're gonna say fuck you, we're gonna turn Ospreay heel. That would just be my one concern about that. If it goes great,
turning heel and standing next to Moxley, because at least you got the AEW title in that right circle. To now they're looking at it to be like, I should be champion.
Put your wiener away, Eric.
But I do what I want. My wiener wanted to come out.
And so they did that. You can get another Moxley and Ospreay match out of this shit that can start crumbling the Death Riders and shit.
But I also like what Eric brought up with the Brett and Austin thing. Maybe we do get that double turn.
Well, I mean, the reason why I say it is this. Blackheart, you've made the most valid point of it all, is the Death Riders need a fresh slate. The other issue is this. If we already know who founded the United Empire and Will Ospreay. So the question remains, if we keep Ospreay as the babyface, who the fuck shuts the Death Riders down once for all? Because, wait a minute.
The conglomeration?
I just had a thought. Who beat Garcia on Collision last night?
I didn't watch Collision last night, so I don't know.
Audio. Think back to all the major matches that Mox has tapped on. Go back and watch Claudio's face. Think. What better way to build that motherfucker? Heyman has said this.
Unless Moxley decides to leave AEW, then you can have Claudio take over his role, and that gives him a new jumper screen. I said that's only if he walks, which we all know. We all know the real answer. He's not going back to the Fed. And when they did the whole storyline ending, when it came to that Roman and Seth match, I easily said they're not bringing him back. And they did it. That was a commemoration to him to say, even though you're not coming to fuck back with me, we're doing this out of respect for you.
Right. So to me, now we're now in a very uncharted territory with this particular match, because now we're in a, do we do a double turn? Do we have hit Will Ospreay just go, fuck it, I'm gonna snap. Kenny, you forced me to. Yes, I still respect you, but fuck you. You went too far. Now I gotta burn you. I think it's the right way to do it, but we can ill afford one fuck up if we go sideways with that idea. And the reason I say that is this. Twofold. One, heaven forbid we go with the double turn where it was WrestleMania 13. Heaven forbid we just go the regular turn and that fucking backfires. Do you know how fast they would have to backpedal out of that? I mean, we've seen it happen in the past, but the level of backpedaling on that shit would be unfucking real. And I don't think Tony wants another disaster like that. Do we have to even talk about CM Punk's time there?
See, here's the thing. Will Ospreay is not CM Punk.
No, I get that. But I'm talking from a pure heel aspect.
Okay, the problem with CM Punk at AEW was his attitude and the fact that he didn't get along with people back there. You don't hear people in the back saying, oh, Will Ospreay is hard to get along with. He's tough to work with and everything else. You hear the best out of him. He goes with whatever the fuck that you tell him to do, he's going to do it.
Right.
That's professionalism. Not know, oh, I don't want to work with this guy because we got a previous beef going the fuck on.
Right. But here's what I'm saying. In terms of backpedaling that heel turn, if it goes sideways, we all know creatively that can be difficult as fuck.
No, it's not. It's an easy fix. Just, I got brainwashed by Moxley. Moxley tried to bring out the bad in me to try to get me to win this championship, thinking it's going to take me to be a killer to kill off this person to win this title. Then he's like, you know what? I'm not getting brainwashed by you anymore. I've been doing this thing way before you was in diapers, son. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing it for a very long fucking time to where the crowd can get the fuck behind him because the day super indie wrestling fans, they're going to know what the hell that he been through his whole entire tenure and shit before he got to AEW. And this is where he's trying to end his career here. So they're going to end it on a high note. And that's how they can get him into being the face again.
Okay. So then, if they go through with it and you have him win in Wembley, my question afterward, who challenges him first?
If it's not Moxley, you save it for later. It can be anyone that got problems with the Death Riders. That's fine. Give anyone that got problems with the Death Riders, feed them to Will Ospreay. John Moxley sits on commentary, looking over his matches and shit, and giving him his critique to say what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong. And then he's going to let the criticisms get to his head. Why am I letting Moxley telling me how I should wrestle?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm supposed to be a Death Rider, let me fight my own way, but I'm part of the group. Now you guys is babying a Willa Uter, a Dean Garcia, a Maria Shafir, a Gabe Kidd, a Claudio Castagnoli, even a Pac to say, yo, you got to bring that fucking bully out. He's the devil in your ear trying to get you to wake up that demon side. Sometimes you may not need a demon to whisper in your ear. You got to turn your own switch on.
Of course. I think it'll be the right thing to do. I just think if they were to turn him heel, I would do it right after he won in Wembley. Not right away, like wait 1 or 2. Kenny comes back after quote unquote licking his wounds, goes to congratulate him. That's where you do it. Because then you kind of tease the idea of,
or Moxley and them comes in to beat the crap out of him, but then they really give the ultimate weapon to Will Ospreay to say, let's try this again. Do it.
I would not hand him the plastic bag.
No, just give him a baseball bat, some other shit like that, whatever.
Choke him out, something. I agree.
Steel chain, whatever like that. Like it is, choke him out that way.
Yep. And you know what? I'll say it for what it is. When those two stand across from each other in Wembley.
Oh, no. Nope.
That's going to get loud.
No, I just thought about something too. They're going to put Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega as a tag team. They've never done that before. And they do that, they can try and make this whole thing to a fucking Grand Slam shit.
Oh, dude. So
and with both of them as faces? Yeah, no, they haven't done that yet. They haven't done Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay as a tag team, like a real actual tag team.
Right. They've done the one-offs. Yeah.
Right. So and they did that, and you get Will Ospreay to hold on to the world title. That means Kenny Omega is trying to stay close to him to try to get another crack at that title again.
Right.
You can have that as the underlayer story. But then they go in the tag division, they win it, blah, 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 everything like that. They drop it. One of them turns heel, and that's when we get the rematch.
What do you think about doing it that way, Gunner?
I think that makes a whole lot of sense. Honestly, you guys brought up a lot of great points on that. If I had the pencil, I'd write that down. But that's a block card thing. That's not a talent thing.
That's not me. I'm just giving a situation to where if you're
I was saying it as a booker.
Okay, but I mean, I'm saying it as like if you're not trying to turn Will Ospreay heel, you're trying to keep him as a face, but you're going to try to put the title on. How you get Kenny Omega to still be in that title picture forward? You got to put him next to the guy to say, "Yo, I want to look after him because he actually looked out after me." Now it's Ospreay and Omega versus the Death Riders. Now you get the whole Young Bucks thing and that whole what's it called Stadium Stampede shit all over again. And they'll do it by what? All Out? By All Out? That's in what? October, November? You got enough time to go to that one match right there.
It would have to be late September or October because by November,
or the whole Anarchy and the whole thing like that. They can just do the same thing that they've done every year and put Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and 2 other people to go against the Death Riders. And that's your match right there.
All right, me and you, Shiz, we're going to join them. Me and you, Shiz, we're going to join them. We're going to take out the Death Riders.
Shit.
I think Will Smith has something to say about this. No,
we have to think Eric too, just to have a little extra crazy on our side.
No, he'll be a manager.
Yeesh, Pengers. How corny can you get?
A little cameo that he's straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'd be kind of
No, in all seriousness, I think this match is going to set the tone for a lot of things going forward. My only issue with it is if you're going to turn Ospreay, you don't do it on Kenny. You got to go through with it on Mox. Because you've already got Kenny as the heel now in the match. Because remember, we know it can be extremely hard to book two baby faces in a title match.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It's easy as fuck.
But under the...
No, it's easy as fuck. It's hard when you're booking two heels in a match. That's what's hard because who's going to be the more of the healer side compared to the other one and how how it's going to play out. You can easily just book two faces, just be you listen. This is a fair fight, 1-on-1. I don't want no interferences. I want you to give it 110%. Prove to me why you deserve to be the champion by beating me.
Right.
That's it.
The only reason I say that is you go back to SummerSlam 98 and you look at Austin and Taker, you have two anti-hair.
Right there, because number one, Undertaker was a tweener by that time period. He was going into becoming a heel anyways. So we can't even say Undertaker was a face because in that time period, he was a fucking tweener because he was back and forth with Vince and back and forth between Kane and back and forth between Stone Cold and Man fucking Kind. He was all over the fucking place. There was no goddamn way that was a face tendency that he went through the whole 98 tenure. No way.
Okay, I can respect that.
Especially when it came to Kane's ass. When Kane won that title belt, he knew that he's like, no, my brother gotta be fucking stopped. But yet, what happens? They put them in a tag team. And then they become the brothers of fucking destruction. And then all of a sudden, you're giving them mixed reaction because you never saw that like that before. In the storyline, you got two brothers that look almost exactly the fucking same, beating the living shit out of people with double choke slams and fucking spike pile drivers.
Oh,
that's it. You can't emulate that shit anymore.
We got fucking screwed.
Can't do that. But I would definitely say if it was how they did it with Mankind and The Rock and when it came to that screwy finish at 98, then I can see that happening. If Will Ospreay screws over if Will Ospreay screws over Omega with a screwy finish and wins the title that way, then that's when he turns heel.
Okay, I could see that.
And then he aligns himself with Moxley and shit, and then that's when the Death Riders beat the living crap out of them and shit. Whoever the faces that's going to come out to make the save, now we all know what's going to set for the Anarchy in the arena match. We're going to see the next few Dynamites going to be consistent of these players getting matches in to further that story.
Well, with that said, do we want to take a break or do we want to go into what if? Because I think
what's a break? Because y'all haven't had commercials in weeks. I haven't made your fucking commercials in weeks. As far as I'm fucking concerned, just get this shit dealt with.
We'll have to work on it. So, folks, my brain likes to, really random and shit. And this thought crossed my mind. What if? And we travel back to 1987, WrestleMania 3. What if Hogan didn't beat Andre? As we all know, WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome in Michigan, 93,000, saw Hulk Hogan defend the WWF Championship against the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Leading up to it, Andre had aligned himself with Bobby the Brain Heenan and began to get pissed off because Hogan's the champ. Hogan and him were friends, didn't give him a title shot. We know the infamous ripping the chain off his chest. We know the whole thing. But we also know that during the infamous Power Slam, Hogan tore his shoulder. Need we say more? But we also know that Andre's health wasn't all that great. But what if it turned out Andre's health was way better? How would it have impacted Hulkamania? Could it have caused Hulk to leave early, which would in turn cause him to eventually get the... How would, if Andre's health wasn't as big a shit show as it had been, as it was, and Vince had decided, you know what? I'm going to put the belt on Andre. How would it have impacted Hulkamania? How would it have impacted the momentum from Mania 1 and 2? Momentum in society, pop culture, merch, tickets, etc. How would it have been impacted, and how would it have affected Hulkamania?
Oh, I'll tell you right here, right the fuck now. This would have been disastrous.
Shit. I'm gonna let the boss.
No, this would have been disastrous, and let me tell you why. All right, 1987, I was still swimming in my father's fucking nutsack, so I wasn't even born yet. Right? So I wasn't there so I wasn't there. But from what I understand is, if Vince McMahon would have said, "Yo, Andre, big guy, you're gonna go over Hogan tonight," all the shit that this man tried to do for Hogan, snagging him from the AWA, bringing him over to WWF, saying, "Yo, you are my golden goose. You are my face of what I'm trying to develop here at WWF." And he never went into WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2. We got to WrestleMania 3. Where this is your third strike if you're Vince, because WrestleMania is not doing too good. The first show was good. The second show, you didn't do too well. You got to knock this one out the park. So what better way for you to do it instead of you saying, yeah, let me put the title on Hulk and we put the title on Andre. Now, your question was, if Andre's health was deteriorating, how would this play out?
No. How? Okay. So my question was, we know that Andre's health initially was shot by this point because he was already starting to have the issues with the giantism and other issues in his body. I'm saying if the giantism and all the other medical problems he had didn't exist and Vince went with Andre, how would have it impacted Hulkamania altogether?
Number one, this man, if he did have gigantism, he probably would have been like 6'8", like 6'8", 6'9", the most. He probably could have had the body like a fucking Baron Corbin.
Not 6'7".
But I don't think it would have played out the way how it would have, only because we got to look at the draw power of Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant is a special attraction more than anything in the world. It means only a certain number of people will come to see him do his thing, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Compared to Hulk Hogan, who was the golden fucking goose, and he was a lot more mobile and business savvy more than Andre was, I think they would have derailed his stock a little bit. But Vince would have definitely said, "Yo, Andre, you're holding on to the title for like a couple of months. And then we're going to re-drop it back down to Hogan, and then we're done with this." Just to say, we're going to give you this title, little run, face off against other people like that, all these small timers and shit like that. But when Hogan comes to foot back after his break, you're dropping right back off to him and move it the fuck away. I think if you would have kept Andre, if he was still like a regular human being, I don't think he would have the same attraction as he was when he was the 8th wonder of the world, over 7 foot tall, over 600 pounds. That at that time period, it was kind of unheard of. At that time period, to where if you were a special fucking attraction, it's like going to a circus. You go to a circus and see these attractions and shit that may draw you into them. That type of shit. And at that time period, I looked at WWE like it was a circus. You got the ringmaster, you got these little rides and attendants and like that type of shit like that. You have something for everybody.
Right.
Hogan was only meant for the people who were diehard for AWA fans. Hogan was for every fucking body. Everybody. Your mama, your daddy, your grandfather, your kids loved him. So you was not going to go against the grain when it came to that. I think Andre would have had the belt for like a few months and then he would have dropped it because, sometimes, you're going to go with something because you're just trying to throw a dog a bone to please them. But then after they're satisfied, you got to take that bone back to be, we got to give it over to the next person or give it to the next dog, which is
okay. So Gunner, where do you see it from a talent's perspective?
I think I agree with Shiz. I don't think it would have derailed Hogan enough. But here's the thing: I didn't hear you guys bring this up. The body slam, the most iconic thing of that match. If that happened, it definitely would have derailed Hogan. But if the body slam never happens, I think there's a massive derailment on Hulkamania. Reason why I say that is because it's the thing that everybody remembers from WrestleMania 3. Yes,
Right.
Andre's been body slammed 1,001 times prior to that. But I think when they say it's the first body slam to Andre, it was the first national, worldwide body slam. It wasn't some regional promotion out in Tennessee or Texas or insert a territory here. It was worldwide. So I feel like if Andre did win, cool, no big deal. Like Shit says, he maybe holds it for a couple of months. Hogan wins it back at, SummerSlam, we say. Or just on a random Saturday night's main event. But only if he hits that body slam. If we get that moment, it doesn't hurt Hogan and Hulkamania often. I don't think he would have gone to WCW sooner than he did. I think he would still stay till, what he stayed till, 91?
He stayed till
92.
92?
Yeah.
No, 93.
93. All right.
Because it was that WrestleMania 9 where he dropped it. He won it from Brett.
He won it from Yokozuna.
He won from Yokozuna, but then he dropped it 3 months later at King of the Ring.
All right. So I don't think if he had lost to Hogan, he would have, Andre, he would have left sooner. I think what would have happened probably would have happened. It just certain things would have changed. But I think as long as you had that body slam in play, Hulkamania still becomes the end-all, be-all of the 80s. He still gets his popularity for up till 90. And then, maybe we would start to see the mixed reactions of Hulk Hogan that we eventually got. But as long as we got that body slam, if Andre won, cool. Andre's a WWE champion for a couple of months. Officially, not the $1 Million Man bullshit.
Oh, you mean where $1 Million Man bought it off of him and all that? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But also, I got one general question, right? So, imagine Hogan did still do the body slam, but Andre kicked out. That whole finish, now all that thing that you remember, gone.
Ooh,
and then Andre still got up. Bobby Heenan got on the apron, tried to antagonize the referee to get Hogan's attention. Hogan punches him down, but then we see Andre just kind of this like vice gripping, giving like the iron claw to his head, squeezing him down and everything else. They threw up his hands, 1, 2, and 3. Andre wins that way to still be booked as a huge monster. So now Hogan has to get his rematch to get back at him. And then instead of him doing 1 power slam, he does 2. And then that's how he wins. Later on, to win the title back from him later on, if they did decide to take the belt off of him at WrestleMania 3. That's what I think.
So if they did that, again, it wouldn't ruin Hulkamania because then it would just add to it. Because then you get another iconic finish of Andre making Hogan tap out.
Using the iron claw, squeezing his melon to get him down because you're trying to book him super strong to where he can't suffer a pin or a submission, but how you get him down? He got to pass out.
So ideally, you would have 2 iconic moments from that. You would still have the body slam, the first worldwide body slam of Andre.
Rip off his chain on top of that shit and keeping this at the fucking trophy. Shit, I would have done that whole thing.
And then if you did that shit, there's a heel moment for Andre. So
moment.
So you know what? I feel like obviously history did what history did, but if it went that way, you know what? I wouldn't be mad at that.
Andre with the iron claw to Hulk Hogan. Hogan is looking like he's powerless. He's weak. He's going down. He's not breathing. His eyes are closed. Now the referee throwing him his arms. Oh my God! No! Oh my God! Andre just beat the immortal Hulk Hogan. The crowd would be speechless. The crowd would be like, "Oh my God, he lost." Oh my God, that would be a true shock factor to that audience to be like, "He won." Over in front of 90,000 people, and then you're like, "What the fuck?"
Put it this way: it could, if that was the finish, that could probably be up there with like the streak ending.
Oh, absolutely.
Yo, oh my God, no, wait, no, you can't say that about the streak. No.
I know, I hate it as it came out of my mouth, but it's true.
They still made a bad call with that streak. I don't care what the hell they did. I don't care about Brock Lesnar's status at that time period. I didn't care. You gotta keep certain mythical legends alive. Don't just let them die.
Right. So I think it's safe to say, like, for me personally, the only reason why I say it is without the two key moments.
KB, they did that because his health was fucking declining, so they wanted to give him a go in the weight pressing. That's the only sole reason why they had him winning against Hogan at Saturday Night Main Event. I think like the year afterwards.
Yes,
then they quickly dropped it afterwards.
Yeah. I'll be honest. The only reason I say why it would have maybe did a shitload of damage to Hulkamania is because, like Gunnar said, if you don't have those two key moments, the body slam and then the other one that you guys pitched, if those two do not exist, I think it would deterred Hulkamania. It would have done some damage in terms of pop culture from the standpoint of, oh yeah, that's the guy that, failed to whatever. At the same time, I look at it from the standpoint of, okay, this could have been Vince's way at the time saying, what? Guess what? Now I have to figure out X, Y, and Z. So I leave Hogan out of the mix. Hogan can go and do whatever, comes back like Blackheart pitched. The other thing is, does it affect sales and merch and all that shit?
No,
it affected the finances
on that aspect. Hogan was still the top merchandise seller at that time period. People were still going to buy his shit no matter what. You would see Andre the Giant's shit take a little uptick because of that championship win. He would still get like a little money out of that thing, but Hogan was the main cash cow.
And then think, if
Hogan wasn't there and he did not come from AWA to WWF, we would not talk about this. WWF would be the secondary brand behind WCW and Jim Crockett Promotions. Because you still had Sting, you had Ric Flair, you had Vader, you had Lex Luger. You still had a lot of top talent that was wrestling down south. It just wasn't on a bigger national television like Vince McMahon foreshadow and say, this is going to be the way of the future. Let me tackle this now. Instead, wait for these guys to do it first, and then I do it after. It makes me look like a copycat.
Right.
So, and you brought up the merch sales. I don't think it would have mattered either, because here's the thing. If we got that finish that Blackheart had pitched, the sympathy buys for Hogan, because then you get all these little kids going, oh, come on, Hogan, you get him next time. I'm going to buy his t-shirt. I'm going to buy the bandanas. I'm going to buy that workout thing. I don't know if it was out in 87, but I'm going to buy the workout
moms
kit.
And everything. They're going to be crying to their moms about everything and shit and be like, Mommy, why did he lose? You know what I'm saying? You're going to get those kids to be emotionally invested like that.
Right.
Because of
so if anything, the Hogan sales would, I don't know, take a little bit of an uptick, but a little bit of an uptick, if not stay the same. I don't think Hogan's merch sales would have been affected at all, other than maybe a slight bump in the pay.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't think the merch was it, and I don't even think Andre had merch at the time.
No, and that's why I said that. And that's why I said that I think Andre would have had a little bit of uptick in his merchandise sales, because, like you said, Gunnar, I don't think he even had that much merchandise like that back then.
I don't even think he had a t-shirt back in the day, bro.
If he won the title and they started making t-shirts, he could have sold some. He could have sold like a good number.
I think the only merch, and I could be completely wrong on this. I think the only merch he had at 87 was the LJN figures. So okay,
They
people
were.
are buying more of those figures to beat Andre.
Yeah. Or wait, or what would they call it? The little plush pals and shit? The little
Oh, the
plush
Wrestle
pals?
Buddies?
Yeah.
I still
Wrestle
got
Buddies.
mine. I don't know where though.
Yeah, the Wrestle Buddies. People would have been buying his Wrestle Buddy and shit.
Just to beat it up. They go, haha, screw you,
You know
Andre.
what I'm saying? Like, come on.
That's why we asked these ones.
That's why back then they only had merchandise for Hogan, Macho Man,
Warrior.
Yasi, and
Warrior, Warrior, the Heart Foundation, like just basically the guys that they feel like they was going to be the future and the faces of that company in the 1980s. They only sold their merchandise because they were the biggest money makers, and they know that they can get people, these young kids, to be like, "Yo, I want to follow the good guys, not the bad guys. The bad guys wouldn't probably get that much sales like that."
Right.
Unlike today, where the heel is your top seller.
Yeah.
It's a far different ballgame from what it was back in the 80s compared to where we at right now in 2026.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, I feel like the merch would have just skyrocketed even more if Andre did win. Only if we got those two moments.
Mm-hmm.
We need those two moments for it to work. Otherwise, all this shit we're pitching, I think it would be out the window. I think it would have just been like Eric said. It would have just been that was the main event of WrestleMania 3.
That means WrestleMania 3 would have been in the crapper, right? And then that's when Vince probably would have said, "Yo, I can't do WrestleMania anymore."
And KB just said
we wouldn't got in WrestleMania for what 35 to 40 years. We would never gotten it still. If Vince didn't say, "Yo, let me make the best plan," and say, "Yo, Hogan, you gotta go over tonight," because the crowd is gonna get the fuck behind it. We'll get pay-per-view buys, we get pay-per-view rebuys. Because back in the day, you could buy pay-per-views when you miss a fucking event. You could buy it online to replay them. So you can go right back and then you can get your money back later if you're smart.
Yep. And then for me, the other thing is, KB said it best. If that slam doesn't happen, Mania 3 could still end up becoming a wet fart in church. And the only thing you remember is Savage and Steamboat, which is not a bad match. I'm not shitting on that. But we all know that's the second match from WrestleMania 3 that gets talked about.
And there's no other matches on that card that people talk about.
On WrestleMania 3? Matches.
Those are the only two matches from Mania 3 that ever get discussed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
because one match was the foundation about ring psychology and work ethic, and the other one was how to draw using a main event.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that event taught us. How to actually construct a match by spot, like a lot of you independent talent do, compared to who deserves the last spot. The last spot is the money maker. This is what you came to pay your hard-earned money to see.
I think that sums it up. But
I think so too.
Guys,
bam!
You know, there's times where there's a lot of shit that pisses us off. So, in the immortal words of one Peter Griffin, you want to know what the Grindstock is this week?
Don't smoke!
What was that again? Black
don't smoke because it's a joke. I was trying to do that whole Hulk Hogan fucking don't smoke campaign that he did back in the
So, which one of you guys wants to go first on this?
I will go first because I got a lot to fucking vent about. Okay.
All right. Y'all get your popcorn ready.
What grinds my gears is these higher Fortune 500 companies that's dwindling money from all these little departments, squeezing out our shit so they can go on their little fucking vacations and trips and shit like that. I'm going through something right now with my job because of some bullshit technicalities, and now I'm about to be a free agent as of tomorrow. So I'm be straightforward. what a lot of these jobs are telling me, yo, listen, I got shit going on with this. I got a company over here. And when I came into this one, the workload that they had me doing at the very beginning, I wasn't ready for it. In due time, I got in the process of it, but I had called out a lot because my body was aching me. My mental was fucking fried. And SMW needed me. So I had to do it. And family needed me too. So I had to be there. Some of these people, some of these companies don't respect the workers. They just only want you to be that body, shut your fucking mouth, keep your head down, do your job. No matter if you do your job officially to a T, they'll still find ways to let you the fuck go because you're not kissing higher ups' asses to preserve them or to try to be next to them and trying to preserve your spot. I never been the type of one to sucker up to anybody for my spot. I work hard. I come into work every fucking day. I let people know, listen, I'm having a bad day. Just don't talk to me that day. Or if I'm in a good mood, I'll come talk to you. Other times when it's like you're giving your blood, your sweat, your tears. I know we all probably got that. We got to work to make a living, that type of shit. But how they're squeezing out money by withholding 401ks. They're trying to fight you every penny. That's why you got these unions going on strikes and shit. We even just got a strike just now that just started like 3 days ago. That is a strike going the fuck on. Now it's on the news. So, and they're trying to keep secretive about certain things that goes on inside this workplace. I know somebody's probably going to send this right over to them and say, yo, look what Deshaun talked about the company and shit because of what hell that he's going through. Because I've been upfront with them from day motherfucking one about every fucking thing. Still, right at this very moment, they're secretly terminated me without doing the due process and saying, yo, Deshaun, we're going to sit you down, we're going to have an investigation, then we're going to suspend you, and then we're going to look over your case to see if it's worth the termination or not. At least that much you could have given a guy like me who was straightforward with this job to say, yo, listen, I'm trying to preserve my job, but just my attendance I know was a problem, but here's the reasons why that my attendance was becoming a fucking problem. And a lot of the things was because this job is physically and mentally demanding to the point where there was times where I didn't even want to even come in the motherfucking work. It was just like, how do people do this and do this shit for 6 years? And then I got to give up my weekends to be there. So which means I had to give up SFW. And I told them, no, I'm not doing that. I worked hard for SMW for the last 2 fucking years. Went through 3 jobs in the matter of this 2-year tenure that I've been at this company. And the company still doesn't give a fuck. So where it's like now I may have to put in a lawsuit or I got to go through the union to try to get this thing rectified and handled, or otherwise you're going to have more security guards going on strike because how they're being treated. So I'm giving everyone a heads up that even though a job is necessary for all of us to pay rent, to pay bills, and everything like that, don't sell your dreams for money. Your dreams is what is keeping you the fuck doing what you love. Gunner, wrestling. You know what I'm saying? He has to go to work to fucking pay his bills, but we gotta pay the company, gotta pay him to be there to come in to do his job. Now you're taking money away from the bookers because they gotta work to make the money to pay for every fucking thing. You're taking away money out of these guys' pockets, and that's what my job just did to me. They basically say, "Fuck S&W and fuck me." We want you to either give this thing up and you commit to us full time. You give them your holidays, you give them your weekends. And I literally was like, no. I've done that for too many years of my life that I wasn't around my family for holidays because I picked the job over them.
Yep.
And I'm not doing that anymore. So if that means I gotta give up a $25 an hour job just to find my happiness and get my weekends back, then here the fuck that we are. So I'm not gonna name the company, but you guys should know. And let me just say this out loud too. In this place, there's prostitutes that's walking in and out of that fucking building, and y'all never fucking laid a hammer down to them. But when it came to my case about a trans fucking former, and I gave one person that was right next to that person 3 little words: just be careful. Just be careful got me in the worst fucking trouble. The absolute worst. to where it's like they're gonna utilize this shit to get me the fuck gone. Even if I try to fight even if I try to appeal it for my own fucking defense. And let me just remind these people too. I had 3 Transformers at my wrestling show back in May for Queen of the Wildcard tournament. There's proof right there that I'm not what you think that I am, because I'm not. And I feel it kind of fucked up that these guys were just judging me just based off of one little incident. That's it. So I've been sitting here for literally 12 hours. I talked to 3 people about what should I do? What should be my next set of plans? Should I even just fold my hand and just say, yo, listen, let me just try to do this? Or do I just walk the fuck away? I literally said for SNW's sake, I need this job. But as of me giving up, me being there to help run this show, I'm not giving that up. And they couldn't understand that. To where now, as of tomorrow, after I talk it out with whoever I got to talk it out with, see if we try to find a common ground to either keep me or they're going to let me the fuck go. Follow your heart. Don't follow the money. Follow your heart. If a job treats you right, stay there for a very long fucking time. Get your 401k. Get your retirement plan. Everything else. But if a job doesn't respect that fact that you got other shit outside here that you dedicate your time to, don't take that job. That's my fair warning to each and every person out there in the world who's a worker, just like me, who's putting his money towards his dreams. And then now one company just cost me that. But thank God that I got backup plans that I'm still working on. So I'll be fine. But it's just now I'm not bending over backwards. I'm not appealing my soul for a company to give me the highest market, but I got to be quiet about certain key things. Because you don't want to be on the 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock fucking news. So only I'm going to say is this. Know your workers' rights. Know everything. Be in a union. Get the fuck involved. Know the rules and regulations. Every single thing down to a T. Do research on these companies. So just in case they're hiring something, you got something to fight back with. Don't just bend over and spread your ass cheeks for them and then they rape you that way. Stand up for your motherfucking self.
Oh, you mean like what they did to Dave Chappelle? Spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
Okay. But my main point about this is just don't be a slave for the money. Do it and you feel like you are right for the job and the money is right. Go do it. If the money is right, but you got to give up a lot of shit to get it, forget about it. Don't do it.
KB says it best, man. Can't put a price on peace and happiness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than this, what are your gears grinded on for pro wrestling, Blackheart? Before I hand it over to Gunner.
Fuck ESPN. Let WWE be an independent private equity, this shit like that again, and go right back to fuck that they used to be. Fuck ESPN. I'm done with that. The main part was the worker part. I wasn't thinking about wrestling like that because I'm so going through Sunday last couple of days. So I was like, no, let me get this off my chest first before I got to talk out with them tomorrow. And be like, I'm not trying to curse them out tomorrow, so I'm trying to get it out of me now. So I talk to them tomorrow, I can be diplomatic as possible.
Nope, you're good.
Preach, brother, preach.
Other than that, any other things about
like I said, fuck ESPN. Fuck ESPN. Shout out to OVW getting on the New England Sports Network, which I'm hard to fucking imagine that they actually got on there, but that tells me something that we can still get a chance. Independent professors. Start going after your local television programming because that may be another way for you to get your shit out there. Please be smart. It's not about the streaming like that anymore. Even though streaming is still there, cable is still a thing too. It's just you gotta look hard to try to find these things. And they come on mad random times. OVW comes on fucking Saturdays at like 3 a.m. so shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was like, all right. So if OVW can get on this shit, then so can many other fucking wrestling fucking promotions. But I digress.
Gunner? Talk to
All right, well, y'all know my normal spiel. Please act responsibly at wrestling shows. Don't drink like stupid. Don't be an idiot up and down the aisles. And please control your children. For the love of God, control your children.
I guess something that I definitely missed out on. All right.
Other than that, I'm going to tag on a little bit of what Boss Man said because, Boss, I sympathize with you. I'm going through some shit with my job as well. Guys, KB said it. There's no price on a peace of mind. So please, if you're not happy with your job, get the fuck out of there because it ain't worth your time or your stress or your mental health. I'm a major, major advocate for mental health. Please take care of yourselves.
Or
And
women, or government, or like me, who suffer sleep deprivation issues because of this job. That I was wide awake for like 2 to 3 straight days, and then I feel like my body was gonna crash out at work, so I had to call the fuck out. That's why I know something's bad.
yeah, again, take care of your health, guys. Like a job is just that. It's supposed to pay your bills. You're not supposed to stress over that. For the love of God, if you ain't happy, I'm trying to get on my job, and they fucking know I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. Please just take care of yourselves. On another thing, and I really shouldn't be talking about this, but
No,
I
do
need to
it.
talk about it.
No, do it, motherfucker. Do it.
I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
This is for any independent professional wrestler.
Okay.
If you have a gripe with the promoter, Shiz, I'm sure you've had to deal with this. Do not put your dirty ass fucking laundry on the internet. Do not say, oh, we have to part ways because we don't feel safe and blah, 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 blah. Talk to the promoter. Keep it on the down low. Shut the fuck up.
See,
I'm
okay.
specifically talking to a few people that maybe watch this just to watch me, see if I say something. I try so hard not to say shit about you guys, but you guys are acting like fucking
who you're
clowns.
talking about now because you said all that. I think I know who the hell you're talking about. And I'm gonna say this too. He got some shit on him right now because of some DV shit right now. So if I was some promoters, don't book this guy until when he goes to court, he gets his shit kind of dealt with, and he actually has documentation. Because right now, the he say she say thing is not working. That's why I had to kick him out of my locker room. Be like, yo, don't do that. If you're gonna be here, you better come talk to me. Don't sneak into here just because you're trying to watch one person's match. No, you come and talk to me before you come anywhere in my motherfucking locker room. Because if you do that shit again, I will kick your ass out or I will beat the shit out of you. I won't mind putting my hands on wrestlers if I have to because you're trying to break a rule that I set put, and you're basically saying, oh, I don't have to do it because I wasn't even on the fucking card. If you're not on my motherfucking card, you're not supposed to be back here. You're supposed to be in the front of the house. Stay the front of the motherfucking house. Next time that shit happens and I put my hands on the motherfucking talent, you guys are going to try to say, oh shit, you're unfucking professional. Let me tell you something, you sons of bitches. And I told y'all from the very jump street when I came into this industry. I'm from a hood. I'm from the streets, bitch. At the same motherfucking time, and we're not taking no disrespect with no one to talk shit about you, your family, your kids, and anything else, or your businesses, your hustle and shit. I will get at you because now you're gonna fuck with my money. You're gonna fuck with my shit that I'm trying to rebuild, and you guys are gonna shit on my shit. So now I got the right to go after you. Don't make me have to fucking do that because I will be like, yo, I'll put your business the fuck out there too, or worse. I'll come right to where your motherfucking job is and be like, we can take this shit right in front of your boss. I'll make your life a little fucking nightmare if you come into my circle, try to fuck up some shit, or you try and bring in your dirty laundry into my fucking promotion. That's not happening.
I actually didn't know anything about what she's talking about. I'm talking about my former schoolmates.
Oh no, I'm talking about other people too. Like there's other people that's out there that got some shit under their belt, but then they're trying to say, "Oh, it's not true," that type of shit. But I'm like, where's the proof? Where's the police report? Where's all this shit that I'm asking for? But then you're like, "Oh, I don't have it." Then I can't take your word for shit. Because you know how many people can lie you to your face and be like, "Oh, that didn't happen to me." So why are other people coming to me about you? If it's not true. Basically, it's either they got something against you or they looking after me to be like, yo, Shiz, we respect you, bro. Don't bring that guy in because he's going to fuck up your locker room.
Yep.
So it goes to a couple of people out there that got some shit under their fucking belt. And I told them both, you guys need to fix up your shit. Otherwise, we can't book you right now. Period, bar none. So however fuck that y'all got to handle it. But if it gets deeper than this, I'm not touching you.
Make the valid argument, guys. Because when you post shit on the internet, take it from a promoter right up here. Makes you look like a fucking egotistical maniac.
And
It's
makes it
called
look
a
like you are
receipt.
fucking unstable and something's going on with you the way you don't want to be upfront with that promoter because you're not trying to ruin your chances of getting booked.
Well, there's that too.
But then I might know. When it comes to me, tell me the fucking truth. If you tell me the truth, your punishment can go way easier. If you tell me later and try to cover it up, I can't trust you no more. Because what other things are you going to try to do behind my back and shit? Are you going to talk shit about me to another fucking wrestler? And then I get from another wrestler, yo, this person talking shit about you. And here's the proof. Here's the screenshots. And I see it. And then I'm going to go right to them and be like, yo, you want to talk shit? Say it to my motherfucking face next time. To me, not behind the keyboard. Because the day that you say it right in front of my face, you might get a fucking swollen black eye.
That would be where we go, run, bitch, run, because you're gonna catch a case, and
you got a fucking promoter on the 6 o'clock, the 10 o'clock news because Assault and Barry on another independent talent, and that's how shit is gonna spill the fuck out. Now promoters are putting hands on talent. I'm like, first off, was that talent justifiable enough to get their hands put on? The answer is yes.
So, from Gunner and Blackheart, folks, all I gotta say is this.
Please don't kill the messenger.
And now,
I guess so.
It's time.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. Not kill the messenger is just know your role and shut your motherfucking mouth. And you got a problem with the promotion, go talk that fucking promotion. Be a grown-ass man, be a grown-ass woman. Don't be a bitch. And do shit from behind fucking computer screens and cell phones. Be a grown-ass person. Call that person. Yo, can I talk to you for like a little minute? Can I lend you my ear for like a little minute? Sure, what's up? Yo, listen, I got some shit going on, and I didn't feel comfortable talking to you about this, but I'm coming to you because I respect you. Here's what's going on. Whoa. Some promoter may not even know that there was even a problem. And then they're trying to, and then they'll be like, oh shit, I did not know that was even going on. Let's rectify this problem right now. If promoters knew what the fuck was going on, they will look at you and be like, what took you so long? That made you look bad. Withholding information. Don't do that. Because you know how many other people are yapping in my ear, I'm like, yo, don't book this person, don't book this person, don't book this person, don't book this person. Oh, you got this person booked? Why? Boom, 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 and everything else. I'm like, why the fuck do you care? Do you have a sponsor to pay for yourself? Are you going to show up on motherfucking time? I have rules too. Are you going to fucking follow them? If the answer is no, get the fuck on my phone. You don't run my table. I run this table. You're going to do what the fuck that we planned out. And if you accept it, you accept it. If you don't accept it, there's thousands of fucking promotions out there. Go pick one. That's it.
Okay. And I guess now it's time for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, you want to know what grinds my gears? What grinds my gears is when, to piggyback off of what these two fine gentlemen have said, when you have employers and companies feel like the corporate powers that be think their shit don't stink and can stick it so far up your ass with that corporate dildo with no lube that it tickles your prostate and your taint, and you're sitting there and you're like, well, why the fuck am I so constipated? And then you randomly end up shitting your brains out in the middle of public, and then people want to know why you're pissed off. What also grinds my gears is when a promoter in the big companies sends their douchebag underlings to their quote-unquote competition to try and get them to sell their fucking soul. We fucking know how a monopoly in professional wrestling does not motherfucking work. 2001, the man who looked like Walt Disney or a 70s porn star off of Wish.com or Temu caused that shit. And for 18 motherfucking goddamn years, we fans had to keep eating plates of bullshit. Then we go into the PG era. This was the PG era. A big jack-off session circle jerk with no fucking lube.
Jeez.
Then the best blessing that saved my fucking fandom, January 1st, 2019, as the clock struck midnight that New Year's. 4 men, Double or Nothing, one different announcement. AE. And it was the biggest hit in that old fart's saggy balls and taint. And he tried to counter with NXT. Hey, Vince, how'd that work out for you, slap nuts?
It's crazy.
Okay?
Crazy.
Here's one. What grinds my gears is when a company releases you because you're not drawing social media buzz like certain people on certain people. Hi, TKO. How you doing?
Free and finally free Ilya Dragunov, man. He's going to AEW next.
Oh, guaranteed. What also grinds my gears is when you can't figure out how to get the turd smell off of what Vince McMahon did, and you lose some phenomenal talent. I'll give you the best one. Killer fucking Cross is in his own fucking hometown 2 WrestleManias, and you mean to tell me you can figure out a way to fucking book him? And then you're on the post show saying the fans are chanting for fucking Brock when they're chanting for Killer Cross, and you, Paul Levesque, fucking know it, you cocksucker. Let him get released. I hope to Christ, if the day comes that he decides, hey, I want to go elsewhere, and you try to get him back, he tells you to suck his big money maker dick and go fuck yourself. Because you let that BDSM bullshit look that Vince tried to pull, nearly killing his career, and then he pulls a CM Punk promo, calling you motherfucking cocksuckers out. And you do the very thing Vince was going to pull the Punk in 2011. Except guess what? There's more places to work, so he went, fuck you. And now he's killing it. What really pisses me off, what grinds my gears the most, is when you are at a fucking wrestling show and guys can't keep their hands off other women, other talent, or to themselves. Fellas, there is a reason the words fuck around and find out exist. I've seen it. I've been one to take a big swing and it did not miss. So read my lips. I'm going to play it off a gunner. Keep your hands to yourselves unless you're with your girlfriend and you're both feeling a little horny. Take it to the fucking car.
That's not, I think, what's going on here. But I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say.
Yes,
shit, you're gonna get me. Oh, no, shit. Eric, you're getting me in trouble, bro.
No.
Okay. Here's the other thing that really pisses me off the most. What truly pisses my ass off is for Vince McMahon, TKO, choke on this bitch.
Okay, we don't need to see that.
Hey, paywall.
We didn't need to see that, man. We gotta put a money sign in front of that thing.
It should. Okay, it's coming soon.
Yes.
No, kidding.
Oh, damn it, Eric.
The fact that you had the WWE Network for what was it? Nearly a goddamn decade? Then go Peacock, remove the word P, and you'll figure out what that means.
We went from $9.99 to $59.99 a year.
I'm getting to that. I should not have to witness $60 a fucking month for ESPN.
That's a fact. That's a total fact.
And guess what? If that's the case, I'll just order it on old school fucking pay-per-view and fuck off.
Does pay-per-view still exist now?
Shit. I'll go watch the AEW pay-per-view for almost half of that on HBO Max.
Or like me, Or like me, just find an app for you to
Yep.
watch sports and wrestling and shit, and I'm only paying like $4.25 a week
But
to
you
watch
get what
wrestling
I'm
and sports
saying.
and shit and TV. So technically,
But you get what I'm saying, though.
yeah, I do. And just, I'm not paying the $60.
My point is this. I am fucking sick and tired of seeing the number one promotion that us generational fans got your cocksucker fuckface asses to this point, and you are pissing, shitting, and Cartman's mom and a German Scheisse videoing on our face and down our throat to go chase the douchebag casual fan who's going to talk shit because, oh, you forgot who fucking got you there. Because we want to get up to UFC money. Fuck you! If the old man were still running this bitch, a floor seat for a Monday Night Raw would not be $500 to $1,000. Now, mind you, if it's ringside or the first few rows where you have the VIP experience, yes, you get the commemorative chair, you meet some of the talent, all that bullshit. I get it. That's fine. I've paid for it. Here's the other thing that pisses me off about this. I should not have to look at the nosebleeds and they're $300 fucking bucks in a hockey arena.
Yikes. Fuck.
Motherfucking cocksucking pounds. Are you shitting me?
God damn.
Are you fucking God damn.
They're making it impossible for you to even enjoy wrestling shows. Guys, just stick to going to independent promotions. Stick to indies, please.
I go
stick
watch
to the indies, please.
I'll do
Help
you
us
better.
because the company is not helping you.
No. Here's the other thing. You want to know what I do? I go to the indies. I go to AEW shows. Tony Khan has made it clear. Unless it makes sense, they ain't jacking up the price. Because he knows, here's a thought, the fucking fans who got him to this, who got this company off the ground, who made this company, as it sits, a $3 billion valued company. In 7 fucking years. And it took Vince nearly 20. Who's the fucking genius with this bullshit?
Well,
here's another one.
Well, technically, wait. So technically, let's just say this. Tony Khan's dad is how bankrolled it, but TK was the one who steered the ship for the last 7 years. So I gotta give him comments for that. But if it wasn't for daddy's money, we wouldn't be here still. Yeah. I'm just saying that for the record.
And take
Once WWE buys the TNA library, the price is going to go up to $99.99. No one wants to do that. No one's going to pay for that. No one's going to pay for what? How many years?
That better be for the year.
They're not going to pay for. They're not going to pay for 25 years unless you're letting go of every single pay-per-view for 25 years. Even when there's under Global Force, you got to let go of all those video archives. And if they don't include them, that's not worth the money.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, even I'll say that's not worth it.
And not to mention the one thing, and I have to say this, even though everybody's going to rip me a new one for saying I agree with Vince. The one thing that I agreed with him the most was a ring mat was fucking sacred ground. Now it's a fucking advertising mess. Oh, here's another fucking thing that really pisses my ass off. And this concerns you cocksuckers at Netflix.
Okay.
When you signed the deal with Monday Night Raw, what were we fucking told? No more commercials. Guess what? You cocksuckers didn't own that the first fucking week. So I gotta
the only way
pay
you don't commercial is you gotta pay more money
for commercial free.
Yeah, but you're gonna pay more money than Netflix if you don't want the commercials. That's how they get you. It wasn't.
That's what I'm getting.
Promising
So
that.
you want me?
And Netflix was supposed to be doing promising that when it comes to WWE shits, we're not gonna have commercials, but they didn't follow their plan.
Yeah. So you motherfuckers are just as guilty as everything else. So again, choke on these nuts. Fuck you. And now, in closing, TKO, Netflix, Ariel Arawani, get fucked. Because I'm promising you now, you watch, you are going to piss so many generational fans off. I know why you went Wednesday night. You're starting to fucking get scared. But you ain't got the scrote to admit that, do you? Mm-hmm. You little tiny pinky-sized dickless douchebags. You are this close to being terrified. That's why you fucking went. In 7 years, a different promotion and style became a threat. And you trolls, whether you like hearing it or not, you cocksucking motherfuckers know it in places you don't talk about because you're too busy trying to get laid and living in mama's basement and still eating that fucking nasty ass ramen because you don't want to foot the bill. And yeah, speaking of, why the fuck am I having to watch a pay-per-view that has commercials? And guess what? KB has officially hit the nail. They are scared because for the first, well, strike that, second year in a row, All In sold out, and SummerSlam is still having problems. Monday Night Raw only had 11,000 people when that thing for hockey fits 17,000, and for pro wrestling can go up to 15. So get this, wasn't a legit fucking sellout. We're getting the old photos of the dark times before Vince left when you had to block half the fucking shit and you were probably using AI, early versions of AI or computer generating a large crowd. Fuck, I exposed the secret. Big fucking deal. So guess what, you greedy cocksuckers? Here's what's going to happen. Every generational fan's going to reach their breaking point if they haven't already. They're going to give AEW a shot and watch what comes next.
Shit, they might get TNA a fucking shot, and then we'll see what comes to fuck up next.
Okay? Shit.
Especially when you got lockdown tonight. You got lockdown pay-per-view tonight.
Okay? TNA.
AJ Styles' son. You got AJ Styles' son about to make his debut for TNA tonight.
And here's the other thing, folks. You want to know what really grinds my gears? Through the darkest times for TNA, every fucking person wrote them off. That was like, oh, they're never going to come back. Well, guess what? They fucking did, and they're on AMC now. So, guess what, you little trolley motherfuckers? Kiss my dope white ass. You got proven wrong. So in closing, to all of the IWC, choke on a big bag of dicks. And Blackheart, what does that chick not do?
Oh, I forgot. Poe says she'll blow dick.
You're welcome. And that, this week, is what really grinds my gears. Well, fellas, another week in the can. As I alluded to earlier in the program, there will not be a show next week because I will be on the plane back to Buffalo. So we'll be back the following week.
You'll never know. Maybe I might just take over your studio for 1 week. You'll never fucking know. If I got all the time in the world now to sit my ass at home,
maybe the guys will do something special.
Might as well make me do something.
Oh, here's Leon Slater showing up in Wembley.
Okay, that could happen because if the rumor is true that he's not re-signing to TNA and this is his last match tonight, he could be going to AEW by all in and Wembley within like a week. And now that his contract is about to lapse, he chose not to resign.
Right.
He can go. That means he can go anywhere. But also, we still got New Day out there that hasn't come in yet. And Swerve, if I'm reading this right, when it comes to Swerve and Prince Nana, I think they're going to be part of that whole thing right there.
They are.
Ilya Dragunov now is a free agent. He let his contract lapse. Now he can go wherever the fuck that he wants. He can pop up in the UK within the next week.
Here's a thought. Here's something. Let fucking Johnny Gargano go.
Oh, no. I'm really hoping that he gets released too. Please let him the fuck go. Please let this man the fuck go. Let him go. Because you're doing nothing with this man besides playing game for what? Nearly like a year? Stop.
Well, for yours truly, you always know where I'm at. Next week, if the boss decides to fill in, have at it. You already know. Gunner, you know you'll be here. I'm going to be on a flight back to Buffalo. So if you do a show, if I get to land early enough, I might just have to pop it. If not, I know we'll be back next week as usual. Gunner, tell the good people at home what you got going on, brother.
All right, so you guys know the usual deal. You can find me on Instagram at redneck_Moody24. You can find me on Facebook at, Gunner Moody. As for this weekend, your boy is busy. I got 4 shows this weekend. Starting Thursday with Chaotic Wrestling. Your boy's going to be helping out, doing the thing, probably getting beat up at security. You know how it is with them. We love Chaotic. Shout out to Chaotic. Friday night, you're going to see your boy at NCW. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but you're going to see me in action. APW Saturday night. Me and Jason Maverick. Sons of the South go one-on-one. I'm going to whoop that big, ugly, you-know-what ass all goddamn Saturday night. And then Sunday afternoon, Focus Pro Wrestling. As far as I know, I'm going to be in action that day. So come see me this weekend, guys. You got 4 shows to see your boy. Holla at me.
See, 2 other shows I'll get behind you with. The other 2 I can't get the fuck behind with.
And Blackheart,
that's just me talking. But I guess you'll see a lot more of me on your TV screens, depending on what happens with me next by tomorrow. If Eric needs me to cover his show on Sunday, then I'll make my effort to do it and that type of stuff.
Of course.
As for me, my men's on Tuesdays now until whenever my schedule gets back the way that it should have been. I have no fucking idea. That's still up in the air as of right now. Follow the boys everywhere. OTTR Mob, everywhere else. As far as Supernova Wrestling goes, go back and watch Art of Survival. That's up on YouTube, and now it's going to be up on the Wrestling Society Network. Now going to be making its debut in June. I mean, they're going to be making its debut in September. I know the exact date that it's going to be released, but we already up on the app. So download that app on the iOS, Android, Roku TV, everywhere that you get your streaming apps from. Download the Wrestling Society Network. The next show is Armageddon, coming September 11th at the Beachmont VFW in Revere, Massachusetts. I know Gunner is going to be in action along with Cletus, the Camel Country.
Camel Country coming to Supernova, y'all.
There's I gotta go back. I gotta retweak up a couple of things, so I'll give you guys an update about it in the next several hours. But as far as I'm really fucking concerned, we should still have a great card. We should have a great show. Veterans and senior citizens, I'm making an announcement now. You can get your general admissions for $5 if you are a member of the Beachmont VFW membership crew, or if you actually a senior citizen past 65 to 70 years old, or if you are a war veteran. Just present your credentials, and we'll give you the $5. And then we'll give you the $5 ticket and that type of stuff like that. And wait, hold on. And I might as well introduce this now because I wish Gunner would have gone back to me because I could have included him in the tournament. But now the SNW Infinite 8+ Championship will be up for grabs in the 8-man tournament at Armageddon September 11th. Who's going to be walking out your new SMW Infinite Plus 8 champion. You'll have to get your tickets and find out September 11th. We are 2 weeks away of crowning a new champion. So we got an 8-man tournament going on. So please come out, come support your favorite talent. Come sponsor your favorite talent. There's still sponsorships available too. Doors should open up by 6. Shows should start by 6:30. That's all. And tickets for adults, $20. Kids is fine. Kids under 5 are free. What better way to enjoy your Friday night? What better way to enjoy your Friday night on America's Day for remembrance with good old fashioned wrestling? That's all I got.
Well, folks, you've heard it. And don't forget, check out our friends over at the Hardcore Sports Network with Mitch as well. They're giving you all this content every single week for free. Don't forget, hit the like, share, subscribe. Stay notified. Telegram, Baby Mama, Google Plus, your sister's ass. What can Brown do for you? Fuck FedEx. Fuck the Postal Service. Just make sure. Don't fuck that shit. You'll get an infection. But for now, this has been another edition for the Wrestling Asylum. For Gunner Moody, for the boss, Blackheart, I'm your host, Eric the Joker. We'll see you all soon. And, hey, football season's about to get kicking off here within the next week. So if you're not down with that, we got
2 weeks. No, 2 weeks, right?
Okay. I just said 2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks. Because we're still in preseason right now.
Yep. So 2 weeks from now, if you're not down with that,
shout out to my Patriots, man.
Boo!
Man, fuck your Bills.
Hey!
The Bills are never going to win the championship. Get out of here.
On that note,
right.
folks, the trash talk is good.
Boy, I love losing Super Bowls, bitch. This is.
Oh, I got you. I'll be on the first flight.
Fine, we can get the swag game. We can
go.
get the deflate game. I don't give a fuck, but you guys still never won anything. So you guys are still ass in my heart.
So till next week, folks. We'll see y'all later. We're out.